I will be sharing a lot of information today on how I started and how I finally got monetized on YouTube. And of course, what y'all want to know, which is how much did they pay me? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jim Bonus. I am the host and creator of Cross the Street. That's a podcast in motion located right here in Portland, Oregon, where we feature Portland people and its places and make them look more awesome than they already are. If any of that sounds interesting to you and you are interested in current events around Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Oregon and its nightlife and its culture in general, I highly suggest that you subscribe and click your little bell for notifications. This video today is to help anybody out there that's thought about starting a YouTube channel but just thought, no, maybe that's not for me. I don't know if I can do it. Do I have the time? I don't have the right equipment. All the things that you might actually say to yourself to stop you from doing something is the reason I'm here today, to give you a little motivation. I'm going to explain today the backside analytics to what it takes to get paid on YouTube and a little bit of my journey about being paid on YouTube. I'll show you from the day I got monetized, roughly about a year ago to today. I'll give you an update as to what it looks like when you get paid on YouTube for a small budding channel like myself. We'll explain consistency and how important that kind of stuff can be, and some of the things I don't know, some of the CTRs and RPMs and all these other things. I'm starting to learn more, and a lot of times it's from the great community here at YouTube that has given me the inspiration to do that. So let's hope this video gives you that inspiration to just press record. Some of the things you may struggle with initially when you first start, of course, is the confidence. And I was uploading consistent videos, sometimes 15, 20 a month even, highlighting people around town, doing interviews in a very unique fashion, kind of man on the street style. But getting over that initial hump of just getting started is what stops most people. So I would highly, again, suggest that you just bear with it, stick to it, have a little trust in the process, because eventually it does pay off. When I was monetized, I went from making 10 cents a day to where I barely make, $2, $3 a day sometimes. Let's break down the criteria for monetization on YouTube. They do require you to have 4,000 consistent watch hours as well as 1,000 subscribers. And when you first start, it may seem a little daunting, and you can have a lot of views on one video and still not be monetized. You have to meet those criteria, of course, first before YouTube will really kick in and start to show your content to more people and more advertisers, which the YouTube ads is where you'll notice I collect most of my money from, as well as memberships. Part of that 4,000 watch hours, private videos and listed videos do not count, and it's only calculated over a 12-month period. So say 13 months ago you had a video that did really well and then you didn't do much. Those won't count when they calculate your hours, unfortunately, the next go around. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have monetization timeline. I'll show you the dates up here. You'll be able to see the dates that I was actually first monetized, as well as to the date today, and you'll be able to see exactly the breakdown of how long it's been and how long I've been monetized. It's a slow grind, it's a slow journey, but once that happens, it's a whole life-changing experience that you now have like an ATM machine in a way that if you put good content into it, it'll kind of spit out money to you for the good content that you make. So keep that in mind when you're working hard. There is an end goal, but most importantly, just be passionate about the stuff that you're working on. If you don't have a heart for it, it won't last long. You'll end up giving up. You'll end up quitting. You'll end up running out. Post once a week if you can. 2 times a week. Some people are able to do more. As long as you're consistent and as long as you're putting out content that you really, really relate to, it'll show, it'll transgress into the camera. I took the city of Portland from a nightlife culture aspect and focused on that and was able to grow it through my city extremely fast. So again, just stick with it. Staying consistent is important, of course, because the harder that you work, in return, YouTube will then help show your videos to more and more people, which is kind of the end goal of what we're doing here. I'm going to share with you now some of the numbers and analytics in the back-end portion of YouTube that a lot of people might not be able to see if you're not monetized. So this screens here are going to show you the back-end product of what we create here on Cross the Street. When you put up a video, it'll give you information, some of the analytics there as to like the reach of where you're going, how much money you're making, the CTM, and more of these kind of hard to explain graphics, I guess, for someone that's not really deep into the craziness of YouTube, kind of like myself right now, but you're able to see some of the ways that you can generate money on YouTube with your monetized account. One of the ways to do that is through memberships. We have 6, 8, 10 members at the moment, people that come and go that pay as little as $4.99 a month to just support the community. You can also get super chats or super thanks, where people can leave a denomination of any amount, basically, on your channel. And then, of course, the ads that you get paid for from YouTube that end up in your Google AdSense account. So those are some of the ways that you can get paid. There's plenty of other ways too, but for now, when you're first monetized, that's kind of like the back end portion, as you can see here, that kind of explains how much money we make on the program, how each day to day goes. So you can see the numbers kind of go up and down as to how much money we make per day on the program. Something to look forward to, though, for sure. If you're not monetized yet, work hard. I am yet to have one like pop off yet, like some of the other creators that I see, but that has not deterred me to just keep going. This might be the part that you're all waiting for, but after 2 years of working on this program, monetized for about the last year, my total amount of money ever made on YouTube is $566.83. Yes, that's correct. $500 something dollars and 80 something cents. So if you divide that out over the course of the last couple of years, it's not exactly the most impressive numbers. But without these efforts, this never would have started. Early in the beginning, there were so many obstacles that made me feel like this wasn't possible. I've always wanted to have the dream of making my own content and supplying stuff for people that they would enjoy. So I got that opportunity, and I still continue to do it through YouTube. But again, don't let the numbers fool you. Stay with it. This is 2 years in the making, but when you get monetized, it does pay off eventually. And $566 may not seem like a lot, but it's the start. So again, if you're interested in Portland, people and its places and the culture, let me know. I'm going to do some tech reviews too, possibly in the future, on some of these products that I use around town. But stay consistent, stay true to yourself, find something that you're passionate in, because if you're not passionate in it, it's really just not going to work. So living in Portland my whole life and being involved in the Portland nightlife culture, this was something that was very easy for me to slide into. But I could probably do this in any city, just like you could too. Find some locals in your neighborhood. There's all kinds of people with interesting stories, small business owners, people that just have great talents that you might not be aware of, that everybody needs to know about. We found artists, we found business owners, we've auto mechanics, t-shirt makers, you name it, but we've highlighted a good portion of that section. Get comfortable with the camera. Don't be afraid to mess up. It's important that you go through these steps too. You'll find yourself feeling like your content is not that valuable. It's because you just haven't put in the effort to try to make it better. So 1% better maybe every time you put something out. I may have suffered from the problem of producing too much content too quickly, which sounds crazy, but when you do it at a level at which I was doing it for a while there, it can get watered down. And then my 1% better eventually turned into 0.25% better, and then pretty much the same. So finding a way to reevaluate what you're doing and constantly changing is very important. $500 and some odd is all I've made the entire time I've done this. Again, I'll show you the numbers here. You can see where all the money comes from. You can see where the income comes from. You can see how hard it is to get with consistent posting. If you like the equipment that we're using here on the show, I'll list all of the links below in the Amazon link. You can browse around in the cross the street communities Amazon links and see if you find something that you like there. But that's all the stuff that we use for the show. But in closing, just remember to stay focused, keep producing content. Don't be afraid. And you do get paid eventually. It's not a life-changing amount at this point for me, but it's something that I've worked really hard to get to. And I think you can too. So 45-year-old guy, I don't know how y'all are, but I think you can figure it out too. So self-taught myself everything. I had no experience using camera equipment, zero experience using any external sound, and I somehow made it all come together through the YouTube community, watching videos that's helped me get to where I'm at. So thank you for that. That's the number you can look forward to when you're pumping out content all the time, on the daily, and just throwing darts and hoping for the best. So cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.